Well, we're out at the shack doing a little bit of work. We got all the top plates closed in, so there's no more gaps. We're gonna get some silicone and we'll just make sure that it's all sealed up, stop as much of the wind as possible. She's far from perfect, but you know, it's really hard to put stuff in square and straight when none of the timbers are square and straight. So that's one of those trade-offs when you use a chainsaw mill. It's quite a bit harder to get really precise wood, especially with the Alaskan mill, because your straight edge is usually a board of some sort, so it doesn't take much to screw yourself up. You screw up the first cut and the rest are doomed. So, but my Saturday tip of the day for today is, when you're dealing with gas, don't use a red Solo cup to let it drip into. I had a bit of water in the bottom of my carb. It was having a hard time starting, so I took the bowl off and the gas was kind of had a milky look to it, so I shut off the valve at the top of the tank and I just let it run all into that cup. And then I took the bowl off and let everything drain out real good. And next thing you know, I've got gas running down my hands, and the whole bottom just fell right out. Pretty wild. It's like it's not even crunchy and squishy anymore. It's kind of soft. So if you're playing with gas, forget about using your beer cup. We'll see you later. Well, we got the small window in here. This is kind of where the kitchen's going to be. I want to have just a kind of a 2-door sink, maybe a bit of countertop to prep, but about 4 feet or so maybe across. You know, I don't want to go past the tile. I just dropped my hammer there and shattered that. But yeah, so about 4 feet, you know, kind of maybe from here to, from that one to this one or so. We'll see. We may just make our own. Put the windows in. It's all caulked and well, not caulked, but spray foamed in. It looks really crooked, but it's not. It's just the person who framed it. Yeah, that was me. So we're just gonna kind of clean up. That's all the framing and woodwork I'm gonna do for the year out here. I don't think there's too much to do. I'll probably cut another piece of wood for here to help stiffen it all up. And I've got that piece there that's going to go up right there. But my wires are there, so I'll have to poke a hole and rerun the wires, but we'll do that later on. Got that closed in, so that's good. We can I'll go home and I'll cut some trim during the week maybe, and then I'll just have to come out and cut some 45s and nail them in place. And then once that spray foam's dry, that spray foam's already dry, that's dry, the door's dry, then I'll go around and caulk everything. That should help weatherproof it for the most part. And yeah, we'll see. I think I'm done for now, but I would like to get up and trim off all my rafter tails, make sure they're nice and square, and then nail a board on the end to help keep them all nice and level. And then my plywood will sit on top of that, and then I'll put a drip edge and run my tin down. But I think that'll probably be another next year job. We'll probably just look at buying another $20 tarp and throwing it up, and that'll last the winter. We are going to do the chimney this year, add another, I think they come in 3-foot sections, so I need about 1.5 feet. So if I can find a 2-foot or even a 1-foot section, that's all I really need up there. And to wrap it, that's it. So I'm happy. It's still early, so I'm going to just tidy up, and anything I don't think I'm going to need, I'll haul home. Anything I think I'll need, I'll leave out here, but so far, so good. It's still early. It's about 1:30. So, like I said, we'll clean up and we'll head home. See you later.